I always say narcissists destroy you in disguise of a joke. They say something really horrible or do something beyond unacceptable and then cover it up as it was a joke. Come on, you can't be that serious. Live life. Live for a moment. What are you doing? Why are you making it seem like I did something horribly wrong? This is why our relationship doesn't work and so on. You know all of this if you have been through a narcissistic relationship. Nowadays, this narcissistic dysfunction is being normalized through the pranks people pull on each other. Like you would see parents cracking eggs on the heads of their children or smearing cake all over their face or destroying makeup. There's a lot going on all over the internet. I want to expose this dysfunctionality and help you understand why it is not normal to do these things. Hi, I am Danish, a narcissistic abuse recovery professional. In this episode, I would try my best to expose the narcissistic dysfunction of destroying someone's hard work or dehumanizing, demoralizing someone in guise of a joke. I will watch 4 clips with you and then briefly comment on those disturbing clips, helping you understand why these things are not normal and how the person who is on the receiving end of all of this abuse feels crazy, because when stuff like this is posted online and people laugh, they think, well, maybe truly this was supposed to be a joke, and that leads to collective gaslighting. Before we begin, please make sure to subscribe if you haven't already, because your subscription to the channel helps spread awareness about narcissistic abuse. Let's watch this weird clip in which the person who has destroyed the makeup of the other person who is being pranked on wants her to be happy. Just get over it. And she's quite nervous. There's this nervous smile on her face. She's trying to laugh it off because she knows if she tries to point out the dysfunction, she'll be called crazy.
Listen, you gotta act happy, honey.
This is my makeup.
But I'm gonna get you the nice, fancy, expensive one.
I know, but why did you have to destroy my makeup?
Because you keep leaving it out. If I get you new makeup, you can't leave it out.
Oh no. Oh no. Oh god.
Okay. Alright, you clean this up.
No. You come back.
The kisses towards the end, they were disgusting and they were just half-assed and not felt, like surface level smothering kind of thing, but actually there was nothing coming from the heart of this person who was putting on this act. I don't understand why you would destroy makeup that costs thousands of dollars and then think you can replace it with more expensive stuff or whatsoever, and the other person who has experienced this emotional damage will just get over it. Isn't that entitlement and grandiosity? In my opinion, it is. And then the entitlement just oozes out of this person when he says, clean it up. What? It doesn't make any sense to me. I don't know how this is normal. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Whether it is staged or not does not matter, because it sets a very wrong example for people who are watching it. They think, some might think, well, it's okay to abuse your partner like this, to destroy their things and then expect them to laugh it off or get over it. It's not. If I were to purely look at it through lens of narcissistic abuse and narcissism, I would say it seems like this person is a narcissist who intentionally destroyed all her makeup just to give her a major ego injury, because in your pain lies the narcissist's pleasure. They get a huge high out of destroying the things that are close to you, that you have really worked hard for, and then they expect you to be okay just because they can replace it with something else. They think you should be fine, you should feel grateful because they took all of that away from you and gave you something better. No, there's something called emotional attachment, which these people who are emotional zombies, narcissists, do not know or do not experience. Watch this shocking second clip together in which a woman has almost spent 4 hours on a puzzle and it's beautifully coming to life. The moment she puts in the last piece and it just looks so amazing, He jumps in, smashes it against the door, destroys it in a fraction of a second, and she is left flabbergasted, in shock, trying to understand why. Why did it happen? And then he laughs at her reaction.
Anyone finished it? Finished? Oh, very nice.
Can you help me understand how that is a joke? I just can't get it, because it's your partner. If you respect her, definitely you will respect her hard work, and you will never ever do something like this knowing that would cause her pain, and that is going to make her react. You're doing it possibly because you like the reaction you know you will get out of her, and you have no empathy because you are laughing. Why are you laughing? I just don't get it. Because she is shocked, she is going to react, she is in pain, she cannot get a hold of what just happened. I don't think it's humorous in any way. It is sadistic. When I post such clips on my different platforms and then I comment on them, many people knowingly, unknowingly say, well, it's a joke, it was staged. That is the problem. The dysfunction is being normalized, so much so that everybody is doing it thinking it's supposed to be funny. It's not funny. Hurting the feelings of your partner, destroying their hard work is not funny. There is sadism in it. You're hurting them. You are destroying your relationship, and you are creating this narcissistic control in the relationship, out of which you want them to be okay with what you have done just because it was supposed to be a joke. Let's watch this third clip in which a woman spends minutes on getting ready, probably for work or something else, some other occasion, and she is doing her makeup. The moment she's about to leave, I don't know, maybe it's her husband or someone else, but this man smears a cake all over her face, and then she starts crying. While she's crying, he's laughing.
Hayatım, ne yapıyorsun?
Ne yapayım, bizim kızlarla buluşacağız ya. Makyaj yapıyor.
Öyle mi?
Evet.
Peki. Nereye gideceksiniz?
Kız kıza oturacağız bir kafede.
Hı.
Kahve, çay.
Peki. Bir şey söyleyeceğim. Niye 2 saat sürdü hazırlanma? Benle dışarı çıkarken bu kadar hazırlanmıyorsun.
Allah.
Tamam. Gidiyorsun demek ha?
Gidiyorum. Komodinde telefonum kaldı. Onu getirir misin?
Getirdim ben hayatım. Al.
That is absolutely not normal. I don't understand why you would do it. The only thing that comes to my mind is you take pleasure out of someone's suffering, which is not okay. Anytime you see such trends going on, you have to condemn them. You have to speak up, because narcissism is the new trend. Narcissism is the new way of living. You don't care about other people's emotions. You don't care what happens to your partner because of your actions. You do not care about consequences and how their things get destroyed and delayed. You just do what you think is okay to do, which is entitlement. You have to play a part in spreading awareness about this issue and just call out people when they do things like this. It's not okay at all. Lastly, let's look at this fourth clip, which is really disturbing because some adults are cracking eggs on the heads of these small children, and you can very clearly see the children are getting upset. They don't understand what's going on. They are in shock, and they even express their feelings. Some of them say, "That's not very nice." The last one says, "Let me do it to you." So what are we teaching our children?
I don't like that. It's cutting the eggs.
He's cracking an egg. Okay.
Oh shit!
You stopped that.
Okay, ready? 1, 2, 3.
Hey, that wasn't very nice. That wasn't Can I do it to you? Or oh,
I love you. I love you.
love you.
Egg.
What the hell?
Here, help Jill.
What?
Let me crack this egg.
Okay, ready? Alright, so we're gonna make
There wasn't on me.
In my opinion, this trend is beyond disturbing. You are trying to get some likes and views, but at what expense? At the expense of their trust? What are you teaching them? Parents are not trustworthy. And if you could see, there was this girl wearing that orange dress. The mother was, after cracking the egg, the mother was continuously saying, I love you. That is how the trauma bond is created. You cause the injury and then you try to cover it up with love bombing, hit and kiss. And then this girl in white dress hit her father. That was a normal reaction to this abnormal behavior. Just because everybody is doing it does not necessarily mean it is okay or acceptable. This in nature is narcissistic, whether we recognize it or not. Why? Because what do narcissistic parents do? They use their children as extensions, as their toys, as objects, as things that are supposed to bring them glory. They function through these children. They use these children as accessories to get attention, admiration, adulation. And that, unfortunately, seems to be the case in these video clips and in this trend. These children have been reduced to nothing but attention garnering accessories or objects who are being victimized, and then it's being laughed off. No, it is serious, and this is not what our normal should look like. If this is what has become our normal, we need to question our principles. We need to question the foundation of our society, of the cultures we come from and we believe in, because this is not okay, and we are traumatizing our children in ways that are unknown to us, or maybe known, but we just don't care enough. In conclusion, I think it would be right to say just because dysfunction is being normalized does not mean it becomes automatically acceptable. If something is wrong, it is wrong, and it's your and my duty to keep pointing it out. There is a common theme in all of these video clips, and that is the person who is being targeted is left in shock with a lot of emotional trauma, with no understanding of what happened and mistrust. The surprising thing is these kids seem to know better what is nice and what is not, and that should be a wake-up call for us, because things that we see normal possibly are not normal, and they, without knowing the difference between normal and abnormal, know what is not acceptable because they are in connection and in touch with their bodies. With that, let's bring this episode to an end. I hope you found it insightful. If you did, let me know in the comments. I'll talk with you in the next one. Until then, let the healing begin and continue.